Over the course of next half an hour, we've got a power-packed edition for all the political news. Well, let's begin with Amethi, where tempers are running high in the Gandhi bastion in the final lap just before polls. An FIR has now been registered against Aam Aadmi Party's Amethi candidate Kumar Vishwas, his party associate Somnath Bharti and two others for violating prohibitory orders. The FIR was lodged after the AAP leaders continued campaigning much after the deadline had ended on Monday, while earlier Vishwas claimed that he was being threatened by the police.
भारत है, अदर उसमें क्या होता है? क्यों नहीं? रियासत हो गई है। हाँ, चुनाव निश्चित थोड़ा क्रिएट कराना है। मेरी बहन निश्चित क्रिएट करेंगे। वो अपने भाई के लिए आए। आपके भाई कौन करा है? आपके कलेक्टर साहब ने कहा है कि आपकी पत्नी के पास जगह मत दो। कलेक्टर साहब बात करिए। आप तो वही कंप्लेंट। अरे कलेक्टर साहब संविधान नहीं है भाई साहब, भारत जो मेरे अधिकारी का संविधान नहीं है। संविधान हमें वी द पीपल ऑफ इंडिया, बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर ने लिखा है कलेक्टर साहब ऑफ इंडिया, वी द पीपल ऑफ इंडिया। हमें हम नहीं उनके दास, हम नहीं उनके दास। अरे तो आप उनसे बात करिए, हम क्यों करें?
Caught on camera. Now, according to the Aam Aadmi Party, a team of policemen arrived at Kumar Vishwas' residence in the area late last night, asking all those who are not voters in Amethi to leave. The party has accused the police of targeting its members while ignoring those of the Congress and the BJP.
में 300-400 जगह चुनाव हुए हैं। मुझे वो बताएं कि लखनऊ में उन्होंने कब प्रत्याशी के दरवाजे पे माइक लगा के रात को 12 बजे कहा कि आपके घर में जो कोई भी बाहर के लोगों ने निकाल दीजिए। क्या उन्होंने मुंशीगंज गेस्ट हाउस में जहाँ प्रियंका गांधी रुकी हुई थी वहाँ कभी माइक लगा कर कहा? आलोक ढाबे में जहाँ भाजपा के लोग रुके हैं वहाँ कभी लगा कर कहा? कभी नहीं कहेंगे। वो केवल यही कहने आ रहे हैं कि उनको पता है कि यहाँ आने पर मानसिक तनाव बनेगा। हमारे बस्ती छीन लिए पुलिस ने, मोहनलालगंज से हमारे 10 कार्यकर्ता बिठा लिए। पिछले 4 दिन में करीब 19 हमले हुए हैं जिनमें लोग मारे गए हैं, पीटे गए हैं काफी बुरी तरीके से। और प्रत्याशियों को के साथ जो कार्यकर्ता यहाँ का स्थानीय है, बाहर के तो 750 कार्यकर्ता कल चले गए, कोई नहीं बच रहा है। स्थानीय कार्यकर्ता को बिठा ले।
Well, joining me live right now from Amethi is my colleague Preeti Chaudhary. Preeti, you've spoken to a number of Aam Aadmi Party leaders who are claiming that they are being selectively targeted by the administration, by the police officials there. What exactly do they plan to do, considering the top leaders have now been booked and FIR has been registered against them?
Well, right now we just spoke to Kumar Vishwas just about 5 minutes back, Ruchika, and what we do know is that they've decided to stay put. Kumar's wife, who was told to leave Amethi, has decided that she's going absolutely nowhere. The administration also really doing nothing at this point of time, because the FIR which has been lodged against the likes of Somnath Bharti and 2 other leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party and about 10 or 12 cadres, because they were all standing together outside the Aam Aadmi Party office, which is against the rules when the poll code kicks in. So what they've decided is they're doing absolutely nothing. They're not being arrested because they don't need to be arrested at this point of time. But Kumar spoke to us about 10 minutes back and he said that they're going to fight this out. The administration at this point of time don't really want to take anything to chance because everything extremely precarious here at this point of time. So we spoke to the collector. He said that they've done absolutely nothing wrong. Section 144 kicks in the minute the poll code kicks in. So yesterday after 6 p.m. that is when the poll code kicked in, and that is where section 144 was imposed in Amethi. So legally they've done absolutely nothing wrong. Kumar Vishwas is contesting them on the front that you wouldn't dare do this to somebody from the BJP. You wouldn't dare do this at the Munshiganj guest house, where there are various leaders of the Congress who have been camping here over the last 2 weeks. So why target us? That's his point. That's what he's fighting.
All right, so Aam Aadmi Party's Amethi candidate Kumar Vishwas, who's fighting Rahul Gandhi and Smriti Irani from this prestigious seat, an FIR has now been registered against him for violating prohibitory orders. Thank you very much, Preeti, for joining us for now. Well, it's a constituency from where Rahul Gandhi has coasted to easy victory twice by a massive margin. But for the first time ever, Amethi is witnessing a semblance of a political contest, with a feisty TV actor turned politician Smriti Irani riding on the Modi surge and Aam Aadmi Party's Kumar Vishwas raising the pitch. The contest in Amethi for once looks like a real fight.
The 2014 Amethi polls are a bumpy ride for the Gandhi scion. While the Gandhis have tried to strike an emotional chord with the electorate, citing martyrdom of family members, the challengers have left nothing to chance to ensure this is not a usual cushy fight for Rahul. Not just a manifesto, the BJP even got a charge sheet ready. The AAP and its candidate Kumar Vishwas have been crying foul over several alleged attacks and threats. Created in 1967, the high-profile Amethi seat is host to one of the hottest poll battles. For the first time, a Gandhi may struggle to maintain a respectable victory margin, if not the seat itself. It is not for nothing that Priyanka launched her most direct attack on the BJP and its prime ministerial candidate. She couldn't have forgotten the humiliation of the 2012 assembly polls when Congress lost 3 of the 5 assembly segments. Rahul can only hope that Amethi will solidly back the Gandhi family legacy. Sister Priyanka has invoked her father and attacked the BJP in uncharacteristic outbursts. But there is no defending the backwardness of the Gandhi bastion and Rahul's own performance. Smriti has taken the BJP campaign into the interiors. Narendra Modi's fiery speech in her favour was a clear sign that nothing was sacred this election. No boundaries that wouldn't be crossed and no sign of a friendly walkover certainly. But Smriti is fighting both the outsider tag and her party's image. The poet-politician has made inroads into the constituency, promising freedom from corruption and dynasty rule, and could end up eating into the Congress's pie. The only roadblocks are his own image and his party that is seemingly fast losing ground. Amethi cries for good roads, jobs, industries, water and such very basic facilities. Will 2014 prove to be the harbinger of a cataclysmic change? Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
Well, Headlines Today has accessed a confidential report from Varanasi Deputy Superintendent of Police to the District Magistrate, alerting him about the threat to Arvind Kejriwal's life. But an undeterred Aam Aadmi Party chief has in turn blamed the police officials for pointing fingers at his party for this threat perception and has demanded that the Deputy Superintendent should be transferred for favouring his BJP rival Narendra Modi.
Is Arvind Kejriwal's life in danger? The AAP chief is crying foul, claiming the Varanasi local administration is already favouring his BJP rival Narendra Modi.
समय समय पे ये मुद्दा उठाते रहे हैं कि काशी में प्रशासन में कई ऐसे लोग हैं जो भाजपा के समर्थक हैं, घोर समर्थक हैं प्रशासन के अंदर। पुलिस के अंदर ऐसे लोग हैं जो भाजपा के समर्थक हैं और इन लोगों के रहते काशी के अंदर फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शन होना लगभग असंभव है।
Headlines Today has accessed a confidential report from Varanasi Deputy Superintendent of Police to the District Magistrate, alerting him about the threat to Kejriwal's life. In the letter, the DSP mentions that Kejriwal is under considerable danger in Hindu-dominated areas and in BJP strongholds, especially after his vociferous attacks on both Modi and the Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi. Kejriwal alleges that the DSP's report is already biased in Modi's favour and that he must be removed.
DSP इंटेलिजेंस है, इनकी मेंटालिटी को दिखाता है कि कितने घोर मोदी समर्थक हैं, कितने घोर भाजपा समर्थक हैं। इनके जवाब में मैं आज चिट्ठी लिख रहा हूँ। ये चिट्ठी मुझे डीएम ने कल भेजी है।
The DSP's letter is full of complaints against Kejriwal, from ignoring police instructions to travelling in open jeeps, mingling with local crowds, not sharing program details and courting trouble to generate controversies to remain in the headlines. The letter has warned of a grave threat to Kejriwal's life between May 5th and the 10th. According to police sources, Team Kejriwal requests permission to hold roughly 60 election programs daily, including Nukkad Sabhas and road shows. On the other hand, requests from all other parties put together on a given day are less than half the number. But Kejriwal counters that it is not the local administration's business to question the number of election activities, but to ensure free and fair polls.
हमारी खबर के हिसाब से आने वाले फेजेस में बीजेपी गड़बड़ करने वाली है भारी लार्ज स्केल पे, तो वो इलेक्शन कमीशन को अभी से टारगेट इसलिए कर रही है ताकि उनको डिफेंसिव पे ले जाया जा सके।
It is no secret that Team Kejriwal is facing a fund crunch ahead of the polls. So, is crying foul just another tactic to remain relevant?
The election process in the country draws to a close. Netas cutting across political lines have sharpened their attack on the Election Commission. This clearly indicates that none of the political parties, be it the Congress, the BJP or the Aam Aadmi Party, are confident enough about their chances. Because allegations of rigging and being unfair only suggest that either the political parties want to save their vote combinations from being affected by their opponents, or they already have assumed that the ground under their feet has shifted and are now crying foul. In Varanasi, with camera person Madan Prasad, Ankit Tyagi for Headlines Today.
All right, BSP Chief Mayawati launching a scathing attack on Narendra Modi, saying he's twisting the meaning of the word Neech Rajniti, comment that was made by Priyanka Gandhi yesterday in Amethi to play the backward caste card. She's in fact gone a step ahead and described Narendra Modi's politics as despicable. We'll get you more on that a little later, but let's in fact put this in context. What began as a battle between Priyanka Gandhi and Narendra Modi has deftly been turned into a caste war by BJP's prime ministerial candidate. Replying to Priyanka Gandhi's low-level politics jibe, Narendra Modi today pulled out the ultimate weapon in the Hindi heartland, the caste card.
In the fight to the finish, the campaign returning to what elections have always been about.
राजीव गांधी का गुस्सा ऐसा भड़क गया, आंध्र के चुने हुए मुख्यमंत्री उससे उम्र में डबल थे, अंजैया जी, उनको एयरपोर्ट पर इन्होंने डांटा।
मेरे पिता राजीव गांधी थे, देश के लिए शहीद हुए हैं, और मेरे दिल में और मेरे मन में कभी उनका कंपैरिजन किसी भी और इंसान के साथ नहीं हो सकता।
A stung Narendra Modi pulled out the ultimate poll weapon.
आपने ये कह दिया कि नीच की राजनीति है। भाइयों बहनों, मैं इस बात का तो इनकार नहीं कर सकता हूं कि मैं नीची जाति में पैदा हुआ हूं, लेकिन मेरे भाई बताइए, क्या नीची जाति में पैदा होना ये गुनाह है क्या?
At the epicenter of the Hindi heartland, he played the caste card.
मैं नीची जाति में पैदा हुआ हूं, लेकिन मैं देश को भरोसा देता हूं, मेरी राजनीति निम्न स्तर की नहीं है।
It's a very, very calculated and planned strategy of the RSS and Modi together to show that development and Hindutva are two sides of the same coin.
As Modi used a highly emotive issue, the Congress hit out, accusing him of divisiveness.
नहीं, यही ना, ये उनकी वर्ण वर्चस्ववादी जो मानसिकता है उसी को वो दर्शा रही है।
On the eve of the all-important phase in the Hindi heartland, Modi's poll pitch is now focusing on issues that could divide India's vote. The timing, some say, could not be more apt. Bureau Report, Headlines Today.